The first day of summer vacation turned out to be an eventful one. A young sister calling herself Index showed up hanging from my balcony railing. She said she was being chased by some sort of magical society. But that's absurd. This is Academy City, a town of science, not magic. No way. This looks like blood. Please just stay with me, Index. What happened? Why are you here? Who did this to you?
Oh, that was us, as in sorcerers. And it looks like they've done a really ugly number on her again.
But why?
First, ask what her reason was for returning. Perhaps she came back here because she left something behind. She was wearing a hood yesterday. Now, where could that have gone, I wonder?
They tracked the magical power of the hood back to my place.
Come now. Do you really want to be dragged down into the depths of hell with me?
She risked her own life to come back here for the hood, just to keep a total stranger from getting caught up in her trouble. How could she be so foolish?
Oh, calm down. There's no need to look at me like I'm some kind of a monster. I'm not the one who carved her up like that. And I'm fairly certain that Kanzaki didn't mean to make such a bloody mess of her flesh either. Her habit is a walking church. It should provide absolute defense. And yet somehow it got all torn up.
How could you? Magic has never seemed like any more than a fairy tale to me. And I don't put much stock in the idea of a magical society. But you look human enough. Don't you know the difference between right and wrong? A little girl comes here for her hood. You and your friends hunt her down like a dog. And do this to her? Is your soul so utterly corrupt you can't understand how wrong what you've done is?
If you're finished with your lecture, could you please step aside? I'm here for that.
For that?
Well, those to be accurate. The grimoires. The 103,000 very important volumes young Index carries with her everywhere. You really should be more careful. Those books can be extremely dangerous. Reading so much as a single volume would cripple a boy such as yourself.
Look, I'm tired of being screwed with. Where are these supposed books?
They're right there, next to you. Inside her head. Index is one of the few people with a photographic memory. She only has to see something once and it's memorized word for word inside her head. Essentially, her brain's a library. The grimoires are locked safely in places around the world, but she's read them all and stored their contents in her mind. But as she herself doesn't have the power to conjure magic, she remains harmless. As I've already told you, though, the volumes that she carries are a bit dangerous. So I'm here. We had to locate her so we could take charge of the grimoires. We wouldn't want them to fall into the wrong hands.
Take charge?
That's right. I'm here to take her. Get it? It doesn't matter how honest and loyal she is. Anyone can be broken if tortured for long enough. Think of this poor girl in the hands of people who'd do anything to know what she knows. Breaks your heart, doesn't it?
Why, you? Who do you think you are?
I'm Style Magnus. At least that's one of my names. But for our current purposes, I'm Fortis 931. The former actually translates to Mighty One, but its etymology doesn't matter. I've said my magic name. Do you know what that means? We sorcerers don't generally give out our magic names. Those names serve to limit our power. But when they're spoken to another, that limitation vanishes. I spoke my name to you. Now you understand the significance of that. Among my kind, they're known as killer names. So... Flames.
strong. Will my power work against something like this? I know it can cancel out supernatural Esper powers. But this... I've never seen anything like it before. Who knows what will happen?
Here, I brought a little parting gift for you.
I may have overdone it a little bit. Not my cleanest work. One thing's certain, though. There's no chance he survived an attack like that.
Oh, really? I wouldn't be so sure about that. Here I am.
Impossible.
Jeez, I'm an idiot. There was no reason to be scared. I have seen it work on magic before this. My right hand destroyed her robes.
Damn you!
All right. I understand it now. You did it. You were the one who destroyed the walking church. One of the 5 elements that make up the known world. The first light that pierced the darkness. The light whose presence can provide comfort and warmth, and whose judgment brings the destruction of the wicked. It has the power to give life and to take it away. It is fierce. It is hungry. It is cruel. I call upon fire to serve as my sword. Manifest thyself and feed upon me that thou shalt gain power! This is the Witch Hunter King, Innocentius, also known as Absolute Destruction. Take this! My hand working against it. These flames, they keep coming back as soon as I snuff them out.
Runes. Magic words. They have been used by Germanic tribes since the 2nd century. There are 24 letters. They signify arcane mysticism and secret knowledge, and are the roots of Old English. Attacking Innocentius will have no effect. The walls, the floor, the ceiling. As long as the rune seals engraved nearby remain intact, he will continue to regenerate.
Index, is that you?
That is correct. I'm the Library of Grimoires belonging to Necessarius, also known as the 0th Parish of the English Puritan Church. My formal name is Index Librorum Prohibitorum, but if you prefer, you may shorten that and refer to me merely as Index. I'm currently invoking an automatic program known as John's Pen.
You're out of luck. Eliminating all the runes that have been engraved on this building will be impossible. There's no point in even attempting it. Ashes to ashes.
And dust to dust. Prepare for the wrath of Squeamish Blood Rune!
Damn! This is it. I'm going to die. Okay, maybe I'm not dead yet. What the? What are those? I think they're rune engravings. I'm dead! Why did it stop following me? I get it. It's the runes. They're only posted in the dorm. I should probably call someone. gotta be a phone around here. I have to go for help. I'm not running away.
Do you really want to be dragged down into the depths of hell with me?
I've gotten myself into a huge mess. All for a girl I just met this morning. What am I thinking?
So foolish. Does he really think this will extinguish Innocentius? I'm soaking wet because he decided he wanted to play firefighter. What happened to Innocentius?
Wow, man. You almost had me. It was a real close call. Lucky for me, you didn't carve those runes with a knife or anything. I wouldn't have stood a chance then.
You idiot! Innocentius's fire burns at 3,000 degrees. This little shower won't put out his flames.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't the idea, though. You know, it's rude to plaster stuff on other people's homes.
It's a nice try, but you didn't think it through well enough. It's not like those runes were written on toilet paper. A little water's not going to dissolve them. Now I think it's time for you to admit you're out of your league. Kill him. This doesn't make sense. My runes should still be working at full strength.
The ink. Of course the paper didn't dissolve. The ink's your problem. It tends to run when it gets wet.
I have to find Innocentius. Innocentius!
Now then, sorcerer.
Ashes to ashes! And dust to dust! I call on the power of Squeamish Blood Root!
All right, Index. I've made my decision. I don't want to be dragged into hell. So that leaves me one choice. I'll free you from its clutches, using this!
I've been looking for you everywhere. I knew there was no way you were kept late for remedial class, and sure enough, here you are, out enjoying all the pleasures the night has to offer.
Give me a break, Kuroko. Exactly what part of this makes it look like I'm out for a leisurely night on the town?
Oh, I can answer that easily. This place isn't on your way home from school. The fact that you're here at all means you took a detour for some reason.
Well, I had to run an errand in this part of town. And why are you here anyway?
All right, I'm here on official business. For judgment. Something strange happened tonight. I came to investigate. The fire wasn't natural. It had to have been caused by someone with psychic abilities.
That should keep them from using it as some kind of magical tracking device. Before I do anything else, I need to get her to a hospital. And after that, then what? I doubt she has any kind of ID on her. A foreign nun with no identification. Word will get out in no time. Still, I have no choice. I can't just leave her alone.
Toma? Is something wrong? You look so tired and pale.
You're worried about me? We need to do something about your injuries.
I'll be all right. Really. It's not bad. If we can just stop the bleeding,
I've got you. Hey, what about those books you've got crammed in your brain? Is there any magic in there that can heal injuries?
Yes, there is.
Let's use it.
You couldn't perform it. Even if I was able to teach you the spell. And even if you performed it perfectly, down to the last detail, your power would interfere.
Damn, not again. It always comes back to my stupid hand.
It isn't because of your right hand. It's the Esper power that you have that would interfere with the spell. Some Espers are born with their psychic abilities, and some develop them over time. Magic isn't a power one can be born with, but something that is learned. It was created by people who saw the Espers and desired power of their own. Magic and psychic ability are mutually exclusive.
So, all of the students who live here working to develop their psychic abilities.
Right. They can't use magic.
Damn it. That can't be right. It seems so unfair. What do we do now? We have a whole city of talented students, but they can't do magic. The students can't do it. But wait, What about the others? Can people who don't have any Esper talent use magic? It would be my rotten luck that she's already gone to sleep. I guess I'll have to be more aggressive. Here goes. Oh!
Yes, I'm coming! No use banging like that. If you haven't noticed yet, it's a very sturdy door. Useful for keeping salesmen out.
Kamicho, what are you doing here? You haven't taken a job as a door-to-door salesman, have you?
What kind of salesman carries a sister on his back when he's out on his rounds? Listen, my friend and I are in a bit of trouble. Do you think we can come inside? Thank you, we'd appreciate
Hey, hold on
it.
a second! You can't just barge in on a person like this! I wasn't expecting company tonight. The place is a bit of a mess. We all have our vices, you know. Whoa! What happened here? Poor thing.
I need your help. See... What's going on?
Urgent warning. Read from Chapter 2, Verse 6. Excessive loss of blood has resulted in a significant depletion of life force. As a result, John's pen has been auto-activated. I have run calculations based on heart rate and extent of blood loss. The data indicates that with no change in status, I will have 15 more minutes before my body loses its minimum life force. Should that occur, I will perish. I would appreciate it if you would follow my instructions and take the steps necessary to ensure my survival.
Here's what we'll do. Listen, I'll go call an ambulance. And you follow whatever instructions she gives. Please, teacher, we have to save her. Don't let her lose consciousness while I'm gone. She's a sister, and only we can help her right now. Will you? Good. All right, Index. It's settled. Is there anything else I can do to help you?
No, there is not. Unfortunately, under the circumstances, the only option is for you to vacate this place entirely. Your presence will cause interference. If you remain, your power will cancel the recovery magic.
Did I hear her right? Did the sister really say something about recovery magic?
She did. Please, take good care of her.
Kamicho! I have a phone right there!
Unfortunately, under the circumstances, the only option is for you to vacate this place entirely. Your presence will cause interference. If you remain, your power will cancel the recovery magic.
Hold on. They're gonna use magic to call down an angel? Is that what it will take to heal Index? Next time, Necessarius. When science and magic cross paths, a story is born.